Hello everyone, in the last video we have created the Fictel here, adding the theme properties to the website. So today in this video we're going to start with the step 6, which is content population. We'll create these apps in the home page. So without any further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, the norm of what we are doing in this whole series is we use a model for everything and then we create a list and then we populate the home screen or anything with the help of the list or generate property, right? And we use a wrap widget very often. So in this video also we're going to do the same thing. We're going to create an app model for this app. That's all. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, let's go to the model section and create a new file. Let's name it app_model.dat class app model. Now this will have a title, which is basically the name of the application. This could have an asset path, which could be any image that we want to overlay on top of this, which is basically the app icon, right? Other than that, we can also have icon data. We will not always have an asset path. We can have an icon data as well. One of these should always be null. We can have a color. This is the color of the background, right? We can have a widget. This is basically the screen that when we tap on this app, which is the screen that will be shown to the user. So we can also have a link. This link is basically if we have a YouTube thing over here, if I press it, our YouTube channel will be opened in a new screen. So now I'll create the constructor for the same. So now, as I told before, we have this properties, right? We have a property of icon and an asset part, but one of these needs to be null, right? Because if the user gave both of them, how will we decide that which one should we prioritize? So we'll add an assert. This assert basically throws an error if the condition is not fulfilled. So I'm giving it a condition, either icon is null or asset path should be null. So now let's go to the data.dart file and create a list of this app model. So in the data.dart file, I'll first add the links to my YouTube channel, LinkedIn, GitHub, Twitter, TopMate, my resume link, email, introduction, and the link for my Play console. So you can do that as well. You can customize these links according to your needs. Now I'll create a list of the type app model. So now I'll create first one for you, app model. Let's the first app should be about. I'll give the background color as white. I'll give it an icon of icons.ac unit. You can give it literally anything. So we're going to just copy this and paste it a bunch of times. Let's paste it some more. All right. So I've created this. Let's just rename this. So now let's go to the homepage.dart and create a home screen of the phone. So we'll create a screen in the homepage.dart file. What we're going to do is we have this device frame widget over here, and in the screen property, we're going to first of all erase everything, and we'll create a container, give it a box decoration. Now this screen, if you look closely at the website, this screen is also following the gradient in the background, right? So we'll give it a gradient as well. So if you remember, the gradient is in the color palette list, and then in the current state we have saved, which is the index of the list that is stored, and that's it. All right, let's see if it is working. If you look closely, the gradient of the screen is visible over here, but it is not changing with the button press. Why is that? Because we have used a selector over here, and the select only rebuilding when the current device will change, right? For instance, when I select this and if I change the active device to Android, now you can see it has rebuilt, right? So what I need to do is either I can create a new selector on top of this as well, or basically what I can do is I'll just simply replace the selector by consumer and replace this. And now it will be rebuilt every time the notify listener is being called, right? So the home screen of the widget is changing the gradient, right? So next up, what we need to do is we need to create the apps over here. For that, what we'll do is we'll use the child property, and again we're going to wrap widget. Now I have explained how the wrap widget works. Basically, it checks if the available space can fit all the children, and if they can, it shows all the widgets in a single row. If it cannot, it pushes the remaining children in the next row. Alright, so we'll use the list.generate, and for the length of the list it will be apps.length. And over here what we need to do is we need to use a container, and the child of the container will be a column. Why is it a column? Because we need to, first of all, we need to create this rounded app effect, and then on the bottom we need to have the title of the app. So we'll create both of them inside the column itself. So again, we're going to use the custom button package itself. Using this custom button package, you can create any button what you can imagine. I'll give it a width of 45, height of 45, and background color I'll give it apps index.color, right? And for the child it should be center child icon apps. I'll give the app icon a size of 25 and a color of black. Let's see what we have. Okay, as you can see that we don't have any margin, or we have not given it any border radius or even supplied a title yet, right? So let's just first supply the title. Now this text should also be of the same width as this, right? So just some margin. I'll use a size box, give it a width of, let's say, 60 pixels, and inside that I'll create a child of center and then child text, and over here I'll write the title. Okay, the title is visible right now. Let me give it some styling. Okay, so now it is looking somewhat near to what we want, right? We just need to add some margin between them, right? So that is what we're going to use. The reason why we wrap this column in this container is because using this container will give it a margin. Give these children a margin. I'll use only on the right I want 10, on the left I want 10, the top I want 10, but on the bottom I want 20. Okay, so now the only thing left is these are not centered, right? So in the wrap widget itself, we'll use cross axis alignment dot center. In the context of wrap, it is not cross axis alignment, it is wrap cross alignment. Also, another thing, we need to use the alignment property as well. In this case also, it is not alignment, it is wrap alignment start. You can see the apps are working really fine now, right? This is what we wanted. Now let's just add some spacing between the text and the title. How we'll do that? There are two ways to do that. We are in a column. Either we can add a size box between them, or using this custom button widget, I can add a margin at the bottom. Just 5 pixel. Okay, this is looking pretty fine. So if we look closely now, these are working. One thing to note, in the iOS, if you have an iOS phone, the app icons are a bit square, right? Like the ones we have created right now. But in the Android, the icon sizes are rounded by default. I mean, right? We can obviously change them, but by default, they're rounded. So I'll check for the device over here. Current state dot current device is equal to devices.ios.iPhone 13, then give it a border radius of 8 pixels or give it a border radius of 100 pixels. So now when we have the iPhone open, the border radius is 8 pixels, and in the Android we have it as 100 pixels. All right, so in this video we have created the home screen of the application. We have given it a gradient. We have created the application frameworks. In the next video we're going to build on top of this, and when the user clicks a certain application, the function will be performed. Either the screen will be opened or a link will be opened in a new tab. All right, I'll see you in the next one.